Today we'll study about sound. The topic is wave motion and sound. First, what is wave? Wave is a form of energy which travel in the form of disturbance. So we can write wave is an energy which travel in the form of disturbance. The very important thing is in wave motion the energy get transferred from one point to another without actual transportation of matter between these points. So wave is an energy which travels in the form of disturbance without any actual transportation of matter. Then we have classification of waves. The first classification depending on the medium requirement. Okay, so first depending on medium requirement. First classification is depending on the medium requirement. First is mechanical wave. The second is non-mechanical wave. Mechanical wave also known as elastic waves and non-mechanical waves also known as electromagnetic. See, the mechanical wave require a material medium for their propagation. That's why they call mechanical waves. The mechanical wave cannot travel through vacuum. So medium require medium does. For electromagnetic wave, we don't need any material medium. Medium not required. The non-mechanical wave can travel through vacuum. The example of mechanical waves are sound wave, water wave, wave in a string, etc. Example of non-mechanical or electromagnetic wave is radio wave, light, infrared waves, visible light. The second classification can be done on the basis of direction of vibration of medium particles. This depending on direction of vibrating particle. So as per this classification we have two types of waves. First, transfer waves. Second, longitudinal wave. Transfer waves, the medium particle vibrate in the direction of right angle to the direction of propagation of wave. If your wave is propagating in this direction, let's say in positive x, then the particle vibrates making a right angle to the direction of propagation of wave. When this occurs, the wave will be known as transfer waves. The example, wave in a string. Longitudinal wave, when a particle of medium vibrate about their mean position along the direction of wave propagation. Wave propagating in the direction that is positive x, and the particle vibrating along positive x, negative x direction. Okay, like along the direction of wave propagation, and this wave will be known as longitudinal wave. Example, sound wave. Now we will study in detail about sound. What is sound? Sound is a form of energy which produces the sensation of hearing. Sound can be produced in a laboratory using tuning fork, when beaten by a rubber pad, by plucking a stretched string of violin, by striking a tabla, and by blowing fluid. Here we have different musical instruments. Fluid, the vibrating part of the body, the air column. Tabla, the stretched membrane. Veena, stretched string. Sound produced by human. We have a voice box in our throat, and using that box, the sound will be produced in windpipe, where we have two vocal cords, and they stretch across the voice box, and these two vocal cords are stretched in such a way that they leave a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. And when the lungs force air through the slit, the voice cord vibrates and produces sound. Okay, so next we have propagation of sound wave. See, the sound travel in the form of disturbance through the material medium, and this is due to vibratory motion of the particle of the medium. Okay, so it travel always in the form of longitudinal wave, and sound cannot travel through vacuum, so it always need a medium. And we can prove this by using simple experiment. We can take a jar, sealed jar, and we can connect that jar to a vacuum pump. We can put an electric valve inside the jar, and we can connect a vacuum pump so the electric bell is enclosed inside this inverted jar. Okay, and this is a airtight jar. When we create start connecting this, we'll connect this, my apologies, we will connect this bell to a battery using with a key, and when we close the key, we can hear a normal sound is coming from the jar. Okay, that is bell is ringing. Okay, slowly we'll start the vacuum pump, and air from inside the jar will gradually drown out, and decreasing air inside the jar. Okay, you'll see that later on that jar, the air will be less gradually, and sound heard become weaker and weaker. And after some time, when there is a almost all the air drawn out, and we will not hear a single, we will not hear a sound coming from the bell. Okay, so the conclusion is, in the absence of medium, the sound will not propagate. So sound require material medium to propagate. Sound require material medium for its propagation. One of the natural fact is, moon has no atmosphere. The space above the atmosphere is also vacuum. So if any explosion take place on moon, the sound of the explosion will not be propagated on that surface. We will not hear it even if we are standing on moon, or no explosion can be heard to the earth also. So the sound wave will never reach to our ears. In next turn, we will study about in detail the nature of sound wave, characteristic of sound wave, the important definition, reflection of sound wave. Thank you.